Hey, what's going on, guys? So we'll be taking a look at this Flax watch band from a company called V-Moro. This is for the 42mm Apple Watch. However, they also have it for the 38mm version, and I believe they have different colors and things like that, but this is the Flax version for the 42mm Apple Watch. And yeah, this is just the box that it comes in. It is pretty nice packaging, honestly, for a watch band. Most other ones just kind of have a piece of cardboard and plastic, but this one actually has like a little pillow that the watch band came wrapped around, and it comes in this nice box. And yeah, there's no like manual or anything like that, which is a little interesting. I mean, it's pretty obvious how to use the watch band, but you'd think there'd be like a warranty card or a thank you for purchasing or something like that, but there's nothing in the box whatsoever except a little pillow and the watch band. So not too bad though, because that is of course the product we're interested in, is the actual watch band itself. We will be putting this on the 42mm Apple Watch here. This is the space gray version, which I personally don't think looks very good with this watch band, but we'll go ahead and be trying it with that anyway, just because I don't have the silver version of the Apple Watch. So we will go ahead and put this piece on here at the top. And okay, cool. Then we'll put the bottom version on here, of course. And as you can see, that is what the watch band looks like when it is on the watch. This, like I said, this is the space gray version, so it doesn't really match the connectors and things like that. As you can see, these are silver down here, so this is space gray, so it doesn't look very good in my opinion. And then they have the silver clasp up here too. I think this watch band would be fairly attractive with the silver Apple Watch, but personally, just with the space gray Apple Watch, I don't think it looks very good. The build quality and everything like that of the watch band is pretty good though. As you can see here, it is just kind of a canvasy material. Inside of here, we have like almost leather, it's fake leather. And then on the outside here, like we do have like a sort of canvasy material and then more leather here. And yeah, if you like the look of the watch band, the build quality and everything like that is fairly sturdy. This piece up here, however, came off. At some point I did kind of drop the watch band. I didn't even like drop it with the watch or anything. It was just this piece of the band, and I dropped it and this metal clasp like flew off, and then it was really hard to get back on. So that's one thing to keep in mind, that this comes off pretty easily. It doesn't come off like right now. If I like pulled on it, it wouldn't really come off, but I did drop it and it came off, which is really annoying because it took like 20 minutes to get back on. So that was kind of obnoxious, but at the same time, it shouldn't really come off if you don't drop it, I guess. So if you're just less clumsy than me, you shouldn't really have a problem with it. But the overall watch band, yeah, like I said, it feels pretty good. It's a pretty well-made watch band. So if you like the look of the watch band, then you should, of course, like just this watch band in general. But it is cool. And then we do have two leather loops here. So if you can secure the watch band fully, it can, of course, go through here and then it goes through again, so that you don't have this piece sticking up or something like that. So we'll go ahead and put the watch band on to show you how it works. And then just, of course, put that through there. You guys all know how to put on a watch. And then, yeah, so like I was mentioning, rather than just having this one loop, like this loop is fixed here, but this one you can kind of move around, which is nice because you are able to kind of secure and hide this piece here. So if we can put it through here like this, and then you can use this other little second loop to secure the end of it, making it so this piece isn't free and flying around, which is very nice that they have two leather loops there. So yeah, as you can see, this is what the watch band looks like when it is on my wrist. Once again, you can see that this clasp here is silver, and it really doesn't match the space gray version at all, which is unfortunate. However, if you did have the silver Apple Watch, I believe this would be a pretty attractive watch band. It really depends on the person. Like I said, you can kind of like the watch band or you can not like the watch band, but the build quality and everything like that is pretty good. I feel like the size is either very slightly too big or very slightly too small for my wrist specifically. I use, I think, the 4th hole on the Apple Watch Sport version, the like smaller band, to give you kind of an indication of the size. So this is the 2nd hole on this band, and it is too big, as you can see here. But if I put it one hole down, then it is too small. So unfortunately, there's not really a happy medium as far as that goes, but at the same time, it's okay being very slightly too big. It's definitely better than it being slightly too small, which would be the 1st hole in the band, but it being slightly too big, it just means like playing sports with and things like that would be annoying, but this isn't really the kind of band you'd play sports with anyway, so I'm not super worried about it. Just kind of walking around and things like that, you don't really notice it, and you definitely would also just kind of get used to it being slightly too big. Like it moves around a little bit if you go like this, but it's not really that big of a deal. It may affect the heart rate sensor and things like that if you are worried about that. That's just something to keep in mind, but everybody's wrists are different, so it might fit perfectly fine for you, but for me specifically, it's either slightly too big or slightly too small, which is kind of unfortunate. Overall, however, this is a pretty sturdy watch band if you like the look of it. I would definitely recommend purchasing it. It's about $18 on Amazon currently, so it's kind of expensive for what it is, just like 2 pieces of fabric, and yeah, I don't know, I was expecting it to be cheaper, maybe around like $12 or something. That would be fair, but at the same time, if you would buy a watch band like this for a normal watch, it would be about that price. So it's not that bad, but it does seem kind of expensive for what it is. However, it is a pretty nice watch band. It's pretty sturdy. I'm not worried about any other pieces breaking, except this piece up here comes off pretty easily, which is unfortunate, but like I said, it's not that big of a deal unless you drop it and then it comes off. And I also was able to put the piece back on, even though it took a while, so it's not that big of a deal. But yeah, anyway, if you guys like to purchase this product, of course the link will be in the description, as it always is, and if you click the link right below that, it should bring you to more of V-Moro's products. So if you maybe want to check out some of their other watch bands or something like that, you are able to do so with the link in the description. So if you enjoyed this video, then a like rating is always appreciated. If you dislike the video, that's perfectly fine as well, but please leave a kind of comment saying why you dislike the video so that I can hopefully improve upon my videos in the future. If you want to see more videos very similar to this one, then feel free to subscribe. And yeah, anyway, this has been Jordan for Joe Reviews. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next review.